From WRAL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, December 21st, 2020. I'm Brian Schrader. With record-shattering almost daily, the new normal for North Carolinians and millions of other Americans diagnosed with COVID-19 is going to be recovering from the disease. Durham physician Dr. Nicole Swiner spoke with WRAL's Jeff Hogan about her experience with COVID-19 and what others need to know.
First off, how are you feeling now since your last appearance here with us on WRAL?
Thank God I continue to feel well. I had 0 symptoms, and that still remains to be the case.
What about anyone else in your family? Is anybody else diagnosed with it?
No, thank goodness. The folks that have been around me and my family that lives here with me, we've all been negative, so that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. And coming through this, are there 3 things you can tell viewers what they should know about life after COVID-19?
Yes, so there have been some that I've, both treated and have talked to that have been through this situation, and thankfully I've come over to the other side. The good news is, hopefully there are some antibodies that will all develop from this, those of us that have tested positive, but it doesn't mean you can't get it again. So you still have to continue to do your 3 Ws. You still have to be as proactive as possible. For those that did have symptoms, those symptoms can continue sometimes into a post-acute COVID syndrome that we're now learning more about. So you want to try to continue to be as active with your vitamins and getting your rest, and as you mentioned, hydration as much as possible. So, there are still things to look out for, and people are still having some difficulty with recovering from it.
Last time you were on with us, I remember you were speaking with Renee Chu, and she asked you if you would get the Pfizer vaccine, and you said you needed some more data for it. And I'll be perfectly transparent and honest with you. Some of our viewers, there was some pushback there. They weren't pleased with the answer. Can you address that for us now?
Absolutely. So, remember, guys, all this is brand new, right? And we are all, including myself, including your medical providers, we are all it's okay to feel both ways. It's okay to both advocate for this vaccine because we all need it, and to still have questions. The Pfizer research and some of the other organizations that are doing research really only include about 10% of people of color in the studies. And to really reflect truly what America looks like, we need at least 40% of those people that volunteer for these research studies for the vaccines to be people of color, to be diverse. So we need more data on how it affects those. We need more people to volunteer for the research trials. We need people to continue getting these shots so we can learn more about it. But in order to reflect everyone in our area, in our nation, in our world, we need more data on how it affects more diverse folks. So that's the truth.
That was WRAL's Jeff Hogan talking with Dr. Nicole Swiner. And that's your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, December 21st, 2020. Let us know what you think of the podcast. Leave a rating or review wherever you listen, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a new episode. I'm Brian Schrader. Thanks for listening.